Thanks for tuning in, you guys. And for our warm-up, we're going to start off with 3 rounds for quality of 30 seconds max down-ups, 30 seconds max sit-throughs alternating sides, and 30 seconds max sit-ups. All right, guys, so I'm going to demo all 3 movements of the warm-up. We're going to start off with our down-ups. So basically, you're going to go down and up, down and up. And you're going to do that for 30 seconds. For our sit-through, you're going to start off with a plank. You're going to shift and sit through, go back to the opposite side, and then you're going to alternate 30 seconds on each side. From there, we're going to switch into a sit-up, little rotation, inhale down, sit up, little rotation. We're going 30 seconds on each side. And that's our warm-up for today. All right, guys, we're back with our next component, and it's going to consist of 4 rounds for quality of 8 each half kneeling windmills at 2-1-2-1, 8 each half kneeling wood choppers at 2-1-2-1, 8 each floor wipers at 2-1-2-1, and 8 each Russian twist at 2-1-2-1. We'll be right back with a demo. All right, I'm going to start off with our half kneeling windmills. So my right leg forward, my left leg down. Okay. The resistance is going to start off over my right arm overhead. I'm going to place my left hand down and then my left elbow down, and I'm going to push back up into that half kneeling position. Okay. So I place my hand down and then my elbow down. Then I push back up into the half kneeling position, and that's my half kneeling windmill. We're back with our second movement. It's going to be a half kneeling wood chopper. So I'm going to come across my body and rotate and inhale down and rotate all the way through from that half kneeling position. And that's our half kneeling wood chopper. All right, we're back to demo our floor wipers. So I'm going to lie down on my back, take my hands out to the side, palms down, legs up, point my toes. Then I'm going to go side to side, keeping my shoulders down. Inhale down, exhale up, legs as straight as I can go. Keep your shoulders on the ground and your back firmly pressed into the ground. To scale these, bend your knees, okay? So I do the same motion, but I keep my knees bent. It makes it a little easier to keep my shoulders on the ground. Take it through the fullest possible range of motion where the legs are extended or are bent, okay? Nice and easy, back flat, tummy tight, and that's our floor wiper. All right, I'm back to demo our last movement for the sequence. So I'm going to start off with my resistance. I'm going to start off the easier variation. My feet are going to be down. I'm going to sit back just a little bit and rotate my torso through that range of motion. To increase the difficulty, I'm going to lift my feet up. Same thing. Offset. Maybe I move my legs in the opposite direction of the resistance to offset the movement a little bit. And that's our Russian twist. All right, guys, we are back with our next component, which is C for Wednesday, April 15th. And it's going to consist of 40 reps, 20 reps, and 10 reps each for a time of USA kettlebell swings and toes to chair or toes to couch. Intensity is going to be as high as possible, so I want you to be as aggressive as you can. We'll be right back with a demo. All right, so this is our next component. This is D for Wednesday, April 15th. We're going 40, 20, and 10 reps for time of sit-ups and tall kneeling hip extensions. I'm going to show you 2 variations in just a second. All right, we're back to demo our next component. So we're going to start off with our tall kneeling hip extensions, okay? So if you have a band, so you can do these with the band. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the resistance up around my hips. I'm going to step forward into it, okay? And from this position, I can go toes down or toes up, whatever's more comfortable. I'm going to sit back and extend my hips, okay? Again, toes down, same movement, tummy tight, sit back into my position, drive my hips through. If I don't have a band, okay, and I have some resistance, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab my resistance in a goblet position. Okay, tummy tight. I'm going to sit back and drive my hips into extension. Sit back and drive my hips into extension. Okay. For my sit-up, I'm going to use the resistance to anchor myself. Okay. So I'm going to set up with something to cushion my back. I'm going to grab my resistance with my arches, and I'm going to sit up nice and tall. Inhale down, touch the ground. Exhale up, sit up nice and tall. And that's component D for Wednesday, April 15th. All right, our last component, I'm going to show you the screen. You get the idea. We're going to demo it, okay? It's just a hollow body hold. So the main thing that I want to emphasize there and why I decided to do a demo video for it is just to show you how to start off the position. So what I want you to start off with is a crunch first, and from that position, extend your legs up nice and tall, okay? So again, I'm staying nice and tight, feet together, pointing my toes, flexing my quads, and breathing and accumulating in as few sets as possible with as little rest as possible. I believe it's 4 total minutes. All right, that's your workout for today. Enjoy. Hi guys, and welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to go over the warm-up for Thursday, April 16th. And we're going to start off with 3 rounds of 20 seconds each of the following. The first movement is going to be an air squat. So I'm going to sit back, chest up, gets full depth, stand up nice and tall. Second movement is going to be the same thing, but I'm going to have a little jump at the top. Okay. From there, I'm going to go into my duck walk. Just going to allow those knees to come forward, walk, and then from there, I'm going to go into some walking lunges. Okay. Nice and easy, chest up. One more time, 3 rounds, 20 seconds each. Air squat, jumping squat, duck walks, and walking lunges, and that's a warm-up. All right, guys, for our second component, we're going to have, this is our strength piece. It's going to be 4 rounds for quality of 10 to 15 goblet squats at a 5-second eccentric, a 3-second hold, explode up, and 1 at the top. Then you're going to go 8 each Cossack squats. Those will be unweighted or weighted if you want, but most likely unweighted. Then 8 each curtsy lunges, again unweighted or weighted, up to you, and 8 each rear foot elevated split squats. I'll be right back with a demo. All right, first movement I'm going to demo today is our goblet squat, and I'm going to do it at the tempo that we're looking for. So I'm going to get my resistance in this position. I'm going to sit down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Explode up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Explode up. And that's our goblet squat. All right, we're back, and I'm going to demo our Cossack squat. So I'm going to start off with my feet relatively wide. I'm going to sit back, rotate my leg into this position nice and tall. I'm going to come all the way up, alternating the opposite side. I sit my hip back. I rotate that foot up nice and tall in that position. I come back up, and I alternate. To scale this a little bit, I'm going to grab onto something, in this case my banister. I'm going to sit my hip back, rotate that leg up nice and tall, come all the way back up and over, sit back into that position nice and tall. Okay? So you could also add a resistance in the goblet position if you want to, a little advanced, but that's our Cossack squat. All right, guys, we're back to demo our curtsy lunge. So what I'm going to do there is I'm going to step back and across, touch my knee to the ground, come back up. I just want to make sure that the lead knee is lined up. Okay, so I'm stepping back and across, keeping that lead knee lined up, and I'm sitting my hips back as I do so. I'm going to make a light tap. Again, you could add a resistance to this if you choose to. And that's our curtsy lunge. Last movement for this component is going to be a rear foot elevated split squat. So I'm going to start with my resistance in the goblet position. Both feet are going to be touching the platform that I'm going to use for balance. Okay, I'm going to step out with my right foot and then my left foot. I'm going to step my right foot back onto the platform that I'm balancing on. And I'm going to sit down in my position as low as I can. I come back up nice and tall. I sit back and down as low as I can. Then I come up nice and tall. And that is our rear foot elevated split squat. All right, guys, we're back with our C. The next component is going to be a 7-minute AMRAP of 15 box jumps and 8 each alternating overhead walking lunges. I'll be right back with a demo. All right, guys, we're back for a demo. We're going to start off with our box jump. So I'm going to find something to jump and land on. Make sure that whatever it is you're landing on is nice and stable. Start off in a quarter squat, land in a quarter squat, and stand up before stepping down to repeat your next repetition, okay? Ensure that you're using your arms. So I'm going to go arms and hips back, extend, land and stand, and I'm going to step down, okay? Arms back, forward, stand and step, okay? That's your box jump. For your overhead walking lunge, you're going to grab your resistance and get in the overhead position. Tummy tight, ribs down, nice and tight. You're going to keep your resistance overhead, and you're going to step forward into a lunge, make a little tap, and alternate by stepping back, okay? And that's your overhead lunge. And we're back with our final component for Thursday, April 16th. We're going to start off with another 6-minute AMRAP. It's going to be 20 seconds of seated hip hovers and 20-foot bear crawl. All right, you guys, so we're going to start off with 20 seconds of seated hip hovers. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to start in this position, and I'm just going to hover above the kettlebell for 20 seconds, or whatever you want, whatever you want to use to kind of use as a obstacle, if you will. Okay? And then from there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to approximate 20 feet of a bear crawl. So I'm going to bear crawl all the way down, and then maybe I'll bear crawl backwards, or perhaps I'll spin it around approximately 20 feet. Okay? Once I'm done, I'm going to go back to my seated hip hovers for another 20 seconds, and I'll do 6-minute AMRAP or as many rounds as possible at an easy pace. Have fun.